G'day, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. The lead up to Christmas is shaping up to be a really nice time for most of Queensland, with fresh, cool breezes and hardly any rain except for the proverbial showers in the tropics. Bakers Creek had 46 millimetres overnight. We had 32 at Greenvale. Mackay and Proserpine both picked up 23 mils and Mount William 22. Temperatures today for the Central Coast and Highlands. Mackay hit a high of 29 degrees, 59% humidity. Claremont and Emerald also hit the high 20s after a night on 19. Let's start with the satellite loop now. Most of the action for the past 24 hours has been in the tropics, predominantly through the North Tropical Coast and Tablelands, where hundreds of millimetres fell in some places overnight, Cassowary Coast especially, but also through Townsville down to the Whitsunday coast. And further south, it's a lot more isolated. Over the next few days, it'll be contracting north, only to come south again towards Christmas time. Today's chart, you can see there's a very firm ridge of southeasterly winds along the coast, and it's due to a combination of this quite strong high moving towards Tasmania and that stubborn low in the Tasman Sea directing that cool southerly airstream. Got a strong wind warning for a lot of the coast. On tomorrow's chart, everything moves east only slowly, could actually intensify the winds in some area, but that trough in the tropics moves north and that will carry the storms a bit further north as well. And now the boating forecast for Mackay waters, a strong wind warning for southeasterlies, 20 to 30 knots all day tomorrow and Wednesday, dropping below 25 knots come Thursday, and it's from the east. High tide first up tomorrow, followed by low tide around early afternoon. We've got new moon coming up shortly, so the swing's getting wider with each passing day. The Central Coast and Whitsundays, a fine though partly cloudy day. Mackay 22 to 29 degrees, Bowen 31, Proserpine 30. Central Highlands and Coalfields, fine though partly cloudy once again. Emerald, a range of 19 to 31 degrees. Claremont and Moranbah 30. Looking ahead for Mackay, trouble is brewing for the Christmas weekend as the long-awaited monsoonal rains start crossing hemispheres into northern Australia. Hopefully it won't start pumping until next week. This week's question, why do we never see warm fronts in Australia? Way down in the Southern Ocean, there's a sharp boundary between warm tropical air and cold air from the South Pole. We call it the polar front. Every so often a low forms on this front, and clockwise winds cause it to twist into two sweeping arcs. The top one's the cold front, which draws those chilly southern winds into Australia. The bottom one's the warm front, obviously much further south, and that's why we never get to see it. And that's all for this evening, folks. I'll catch you once again tomorrow. Now it's back to the team.
You're wonderful, Liv. Good on you, mate. Thanks very much for your company. And don't forget, anything you'd like to catch up on again, our 7plus app or our page, 7news.com.au. Otherwise, we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Good night.